Chapter 14. I guess I must have blacked out again for a few minutes, because the next thing I heard was a loud noise in the sky again. I couldn't get my eyes open, but I began to feel a tremendous wind blowing, and the noise grew even louder. The next thing I knew, someone was leaning over me. I grabbed his arm. "You real?" I croaked. "I sure am." A deep voice screamed into my ear above the loud noise of the plane. "And you're going to be just fine. You just relax and let us take care of you." "Brother," I gasped. "My brother." It was so hard to make the words sound like words. "It's okay. My partner is with your brother right now. I'm going back to the helicopter to get some water. I'll be right back." I reached for his arm. I was afraid he'd disappear, a hallucination, or my imagination. When I touched only air, I began to really wonder. Was this really help? Or was I just imagining it because I wanted it so badly? Then I heard the crunch of footsteps and felt a wetness on my chest and a cool wet cloth go under my neck and around my forehead. "I'm going to give you a tiny sip of water," the deep voice said. "Swish it around in your mouth." He put something to my lips and lifted my head. I wanted to gulp gallons of water. One sip seemed almost mean. "More," I croaked. "Let's just see," he began to say, and then the sound of his voice was drowned out by another helicopter landing. Everything was blowing, and the helicopter's blades and engine were making so much noise that I couldn't hear anything. Swirling dirt and dust kept me from even thinking of opening my eyes. And then I felt myself being placed onto a gurney. A voice got right next to my ear and screamed, "We're going to lift you up now. We'll load you into the rear of the medevac helicopter over there, and then we'll get you to the hospital. There's a nurse on board. She'll look after you. Nod if you can hear me." I nodded my head. I felt a strong hand grip mine for a minute, and the voice yelled into my ear again, "Son, you're a brave boy. You're going to be okay." I felt myself being lifted into the air, and then once I was lifted up to the helicopter, I felt my gurney being set onto some sort of track and wheeled in. I heard it click into place. "Robbie," I tried to croak. A woman's voice said, "They'll have him on board in a minute. Now, just let yourself relax. We're going to begin to cool you down." I forced my eyes open. The ceiling was so close to my face. I felt new, cool, wet towels being placed on me. The nurse leaned over me, checking something. "Please," I tried to make my unwilling mouth form words. "Robbie, hurt, bitten, stung." The nurse stopped what she was doing and took my hand. "Do you know by what?" "No, but..." It was so hard to make the words form, but I had to do it. "His left arm, upper part." "I can't understand you," the nurse said. "Try to say it again." I forced my unwilling mouth and tongue to work. I thought I said it over and over, but maybe I only got the words out once before the nurse patted my arm. "That will help," she said. "Now you relax. I'm going to start an IV." I heard another gurney roll onto the tracks in the helicopter. I felt the door slam shut, and then the noises of the helicopter drowned out everything else. I let myself lay back on the softness of the gurney and sleep. Someone else could be in charge now. "Robbie," I whispered, "we made it. We're safe. You just gotta have stayed alive."